find it. Hold on. Let's see. We might just start.
You better hit that just that WMPY Hollywood.
Listen, man, this nigga killed me with the old Haitian radio station. The old Haitian radio station. That nigga said, dog say wake up, but he said in Creole. So dog be like, leve.
Good morning. People good morning.
This nigga killed me with the intro, dog. You know the only person car that I probably would have heard that radio station in was Auntie Magali.
Yeah.
That's the only car I would have heard it if she played the radio, bro.
You probably heard my OG whip too, though.
It was rare that your OG was the one driving me anywhere, kid.
Yeah.
But dog, I think it was only Auntie Magali. Auntie Mama Yoshi always have the music playing, the church music playing.
Yeah.
I always wonder where they got the. Well, that's a stupid question.
That's
CDs
hilarious.
Shit, but they had the tapes. They put that bitch in there. She look at you. Hey, why you touch my stuff?
I got a question. I got one of them questions for you. It ain't one of them wife dead type of questions though. You ready though?
Go ahead.
You ready for me, dog?
Always.
Pause. But
that should get us canceled. I break that conversation. Go ahead, man. That person has to be here.
Yes, most definitely. You think time real?
Do I think time is real?
Mm-hmm.
I think time is relative.
There you go trying to flip my shit again.
Do I believe time is real?
No, it's relative. That's why they made it. That's why it's here. But
all right. So before I answer your question, please clarify the question. Don't do this shit like a spelling bee.
No, I'm just. I just want you. I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know why I'm asking either. We gonna find this shit out together after I ask the question and after you answer what I just asked you.
All right. Do I think time is real? Do I believe time is real?
What do you mean by time?
I mean, like, it's 9:43. Like, we got this many
hours in a day.
We got this many hours in a day. We got this much time on Earth. We're in this year.
All right, so
today, who's to say that today is April 7th?
You see,
that type of shit.
That's what makes my initial response. How can I say valid? But I get where you're trying to say, like, don't give no vague ass response. So, yeah, time is relative, though. It's as real as you allow it to be. It's as real as you make it. I heard Prince once say, "You only have one birthday."
Mm-hmm.
So when you celebrate it every year, when you celebrate that day that you was born, the following year is not the day that you was born. If you was born on that day, that year, and that actual Tuesday, next year your birthday is not going to fall on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So that's not the day you was born.
Right.
So it's not your birthday. You just have a birthday date.
Yeah, you know but I mean, we could.
His thing was on that. I don't celebrate my birthday for that reason, and that's why you look at me and it looks like I never age. I never set time on myself to say now I'm this much time old. Mm-hmm. I'm just here until I'm not.
All I'm saying because I heard some shit about Ethiopia's calendar being 7 years behind ours. And being that they shit was behind what it is the Gregorian whatever. Yeah, they 7 years behind that calendar. So I'm asking you because like however you pronounce that shit. Yeah, that shit. However, whichever way y'all niggas pronounce throwing this word around, whichever one feel
back and forth with that.
whichever one feel better for y'all. But I'm saying I heard, so that's why I'm asking. Is time real?
And that's a real question because you also have those indigenous tribes in certain places who don't use time.
When you hear shit like that, let them ride by.
You also have the indigenous people You know, the original people who never, you know, tapped into regular civilization or
like aboriginals and shit to whatever land that they be talking about or whatever land that they aboriginals of.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, I can't say yes or no because transcripts are a thing, and I don't want to confirm.
Yeah, okay,
I'm not sure what that means. But
the
people who I'm talking about is like the Sentinel, the ones that Sentinel Islands,
the original people of whatever land that you talking about. You know how we talk about how people was moved here and this land was took over, this land was took over. How Native American.
You actually have people in Australia who ain't never been disturbed. People in the Congo never been disturbed. People in South America never been disturbed. So they don't run off of our time. They run when the sun come up, sun go down. Sun come up, sun go down. There's no such thing as an hour.
I get that, but even with that being said, so after that statement being said, do you believe that is real or is it just one of those shits?
It's a concept.
So you don't believe it's real then? It's just whatever it's just whatever it fits you or whatever.
That's exactly what it is.
Whatever it tells you or whatever
because
who told you type shit.
Because the same way a motherfucker sit there and let you know like, hey bro, you gotta hurry up and do some shit, bro. Like you old. The next nigga gonna come back and tell you, yo, you young as fuck. Like you still low key got time. Just find some shit that you gonna do so that you don't waste your time while you're here. And when they say don't waste your time right here, you're breathing, and at some point in time you ain't gonna be breathing. So do some shit while you're breathing before you ain't. And if you can, leave it for somebody. Leave it for your kids, your whoever the fuck, and they can continue on with that. You know what I'm saying? But do something. Even if it's not for the kids, do it for the community. If it's not for the community, do it for yourself. Just say you accomplished some shit. And then after you accomplish that shit, do something else. See how long it take you to accomplish that shit. Just do shit because you have time to do it. You're never too old. You're never too young. You're still alive. So,
I mean, the time is it is what it is. But just to say like, we in 2020, we in 2021, and somebody come back and say, nah. In my country, we in 2014. It's like, what the fuck you mean?
But if you do have context, international context, you talking to a motherfucker, you're like, yeah, it's tomorrow. You talk to another nigga, yeah, it's yesterday.
Nah,
you're like, yo, what the fuck?
We could get that. That's possible, but that's just based on sun rotation and all that other shit. But the sun ain't 7 years behind over there. Like we could get that. Okay, we can understand that China is maybe a day ahead or Cali 3 hours behind, or this shit over here a day behind. Like even on the phone when my sister was in the Marines and she was in China, it was like a 4-second delay on the phone. You feel me? Like she said hello, I gotta wait a minute to hear that shit.
Satellite phone though.
I don't know what. I doubt she was talking to me from a satellite phone.
But she's in the Army.
It wasn't like she wasn't on no base. Like she wasn't like
she was like
off the fucking grid. She was stationed somewhere. You feel me? But it's like that shit. They like a day ahead or whatever they can. Like it's daytime over there when it's nighttime over here. When it's 6 a.m, it might be in the middle of the afternoon. Yesterday here it's midnight or early morning over there type shit. And nigga talking on the phone. Hello? Now I gotta speak back. Now she gotta wait for me.
Like lagging FaceTime.
You feel me? Some crazy shit. So it's like I can understand that. But to say the sun stopped spinning for 7 years over here, y'all, or the earth stopped rotating for 7 years around the sun over here for y'all or some shit? Or
that's crazy.
Or did y'all just start counting time 7 years after us, so y'all just started where y'all started at? Whatever. Why I can't just chill without the other shit? You be all up in my phone when I put it down. I was about to get a 7, now I need an ounce. When I leave, you call my phone. When you coming back, wanna know my location like an Uber app. Wanna get high with my niggas while we talk paper. Roll it in the guava leaf for the raw paper. Damn, I gotta stop this fucking weed for real.
Yo. Oh man, with that being said, oh my god, what it is, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Joint Conversation. It's your boy D
and your boy ADM Marley,
and I got pretty fucking good at these intros, people. Y'all ain't hear me stumble too much in a long time. How's everybody doing out there, man? In fact, I can't hear what y'all say, so I'm gonna read it in the comments. But how you doing, my boy?
I'm chilling, man.
Laying the good gas in your system.
Yep,
get
vibing.
The bad gas out.
I'm vibing, man. Just voicing my opinions on shit.
Yeah, you know how that go.
You feel me? Forming questions off of shit that I hear. or shit that I see.
And we are in the month of April, folks, so we are approaching our 1 year anniversary. You already know what the fuck going on. 420, we here, we lit, we vibing. Hope to have y'all here with us. Now, first and foremost, before we start, although I gave y'all all that introduction and we had all those questions, get off my back. I want to give a thanks, and we got to give the glory to God for having us here another day to get it right. The opportunity to breathe, see, hear, be able to communicate and be coherent. Comprehend what somebody just said to us, dissect it. Not dissect it, but you get what I'm saying.
Be able to dissect.
Be able to dissect it, be able to actually understand,
if need be,
what was said, and be able to, give your reply and join in on these conversations that have been so lovely for the 360 plus odd days. If we hit the 60 mark, I believe we have the 40, 340 something.
We might be at like the full.
Like 345, something like that.
We might be at the we might be at the the 345. No, 350. Yeah, we're like whatever. It don't really matter. It's all relative, like you said. But shit, what's been going on with you, brother? Shit, we ain't talk about it last episode, but we in the last 2 to 3 weeks we done had a couple birthdays in our lives. You feel me? From kids to loved ones and all that good stuff. You dig. Shouts out to all of them. It's always love. That's what we do it for. You feel me? We do it for the people. Well, we do it because we care about our people. You feel me? For sure. With that being said, caring about your people. Oh, yeah. What you think about niggas be playing basketball with niggas that did turn around and talk about they want to play basketball with another nigga? What? What type of shit? What? Yeah, I know, man. I'm talking about the Lakers, talking about LeBron, talking about Steph Curry, talking about Westbrook. How you gonna turn around? Yeah, what I missed? What happened? And say, inform me. A nigga that the nigga that you want to play with, you feel me? The one nigga that you want to play with, like for real, would be Steph. That's what LeBron said? Knowing that your team having a point guard issue. You get what I'm saying? And you letting these people ride on this nigga, never coming to his defense, never speaking on his behalf, or nothing like that. Granted, you can't make up for failure, but. And the first thing you come out and say is the person you really would want to play with. Just to hear that nigga. He said that for real? Yeah. They was interviewing stuff, and they was like, "Yo, your homeboy." We were talking to your homeboy. Well, not homeboy, but we was talking to your guy, and did you hear what he said? It was like, "Who's my guy?" And then he played it. And he heard Braun's voice, and it was like, "Yeah, the one player that I want to play with is Steph Curry." Steph's like, "Nah, I'm good right now, bro." What? I ain't see that shit. But yeah, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. Niggas talked all that shit. All that shit. I'm 36. And they got Durant. Why? Yo, you went and built the biggest Justice League, the biggest Avengers, the biggest superhero team that the NBA ever seen assembled on a roster. Y'all boys ain't make it to the playoffs. Yeah, but not on account of him. Not on what? Don't look at me like that's one thing. Because a lot of shit that I see that y'all doing, that y'all don't do to a lot of other people, because Brooklyn hanging in the fucking balance too, and KD and Kyrie over there. That's cool. And that's cool now. But ain't nobody saying nothing about them. They over there struggling. That's 2 all-stars. But now nigga talk about nigga talk about LeBron. The fact that he want to go to another team. All right, whatever. I ain't even know it was that deep. That he wanted to actually go to another team. Well, whatever play with another nigga, bring another nigga over there, go to another team, whatever the fuck the situation is. Right. But that's been we see that's been his career. He want to move around. He want to do this. He want to do that. Whatever. Okay. We know that's him. Okay. But what? Because he assembled a team which niggas is falling apart and not playing, and they not playing like the nigga that he drafted or that he traded for. Meaning like, okay, Westbrook done had a bad year, like one of the worst years of his whole career this year. AD can't stay healthy to save his life. Okay. Melo being Melo. So it's like, the people that he drafted ain't the people that he traded for, meaning Anthony Davis and Russell Wilson, ain't the niggas that he traded for. Like this ain't the triple double average in Russell Wilson. This ain't Russell Westbrook. This ain't the even though he was injury prone in New Orleans, AD, this ain't the nigga that shit
just bubble.
Yeah, this ain't that too. Even though now all of a sudden niggas want to discredit the bubble championship.
Niggas not gonna discredit the bubble championship.
Niggas be trying. Niggas saying they don't count. So what's the issue is him saying he want to play with Steph Curry?
Here's the outside of that. That was my attention grabber.
That shit would look weird as fuck.
That was my attention grabber. Don't worry about it. But
that shit would look.
I'm
crazy.
saying in the sense of
no, I can't see that shit.
In the sense of like, granted, like I said, you can't really make an excuse for. You can't really make an excuse for failure. You get what I'm saying? Like the same way Kobe couldn't make no excuses for Shaq. I can't make no excuse for that nigga, man. You ain't doing, you ain't performing. What can I say? You know what I'm saying? So I would understand as far as like him not really being able to come out and speak on the behalf of Westbrook or the team and say, it's vibing. Just keeping it a buck is like, nah, the team buzz.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't say that people not gonna give the superstar or don't give other superstars that flack, because when you was looking at niggas like fucking Westbrook getting triple doubles year in and year out, but your team ain't performing, your team ain't doing nothing. So what I'm saying with the LeBron situation, the fact that you take yourself outside of simply the player seat and you play like the head honcho of all of this, you're gonna take the blunt of this. Like, you failed at what you attempted to do.
Yeah, but
now you're gonna sit there and say, nah, I did my part. Now you talking as a player when you start talking about the stats that you put up.
It ain't even about the stats. It's the fact that I didn't bring this team together to be the only one perform. So I didn't bring Russell over here. I didn't bring Melo over here. I didn't bring AD over here for me to be the only one averaging 36 points. Meaning, so I brought people over here to do what they did or do a sample of what they did where they was, and they came over here and underperformed. I felt at what I was trying to do, but I didn't fail at the expense of I failed. Like the situation didn't.
I'm the reason why we're not going to.
Yeah, like the shit just didn't succeed. Like a lot of shit get put together that don't succeed. It's like damn. Oh, why he's the only one getting it? Ain't like, and then it's also ain't like he. Ain't also like he put all these people together and they the only ones performing and he ain't do shit and it's solely his fault why they not in the playoffs. Because with a healthy Anthony Davis and let's just not say a triple double and averaging Russell Westbrook, maybe a double averaging Westbrook, they'll be in the playoffs. Because he averaging 36, he down there averaging double doubles. Talking about LeBron, so. If other niggas do their part or was able to do their part, meaning not get injured every 2 weeks and be gone for 4 months at a time type shit, maybe a nigga might be able to do some shit. Maybe I might not have failed because the people that I put, if that's the case, I failed because the shit that I put together didn't even stay on the fucking court for the season. Anthony Davis was hurt for half the season. Nigga done missed down there 40, 50 games. But then we talk about what let's just say KD had a underperforming James Harden. Then he had a 50% Kyrie Irving because he wasn't vaccinated. Okay, cool. Them boys came back, and when them boys came back, they was like number 7, 8. Ain't nobody criticizing them boys. And that's some shit that's some shit that got put together too. Shit, we ain't gonna talk about how that shit, when that shit was put together, them boys ain't even play a full season together. They had everybody like, oh, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and KD together. This shit finna be this and that. It's finna be crazy. Them boys they the number one contender to be in the finals this year and all that. That shit was a dud. James Harden gone, Kyrie couldn't even fucking play, and fucking KD damn near carrying this shit on his own. Then when Kyrie come back, them boys do their little thing, but eventually, you feel me, kind of fall flat or whatever the case may be. Them boys fought. They was in the same position as the Lakers. On Lakers was back and forth. Lakers was almost in the play-in tournament, and so was Brooklyn. But why one dude get more flack than another dude?
It's because your cape is bigger than everybody else.
Why?
Because you chose to.
How?
Because you had your hand involved in everything.
But like I said, they had KD, them boys had their hand involved in that. Jason Kidd ain't put that together. Brooklyn front office ain't put that together. They did that together. The Kyrie and Durant them. That wasn't like some shit that the front office just put together and was able to pull off. That was some shit them boys did. Just like some shit like LeBron did, as in planning and getting people to, you feel me, basically allegedly, tampering, whatever the case may be. Having conversations with personal players as friends, like, yo, you should come over here and play with me. Even though they already said KD was gonna leave that season anyway because of that shit with Draymond, but nobody knew where he was gonna go. But the fact that him and Kyrie put that shit together and then James Harden came over there and that shit failed, why ain't nobody got no cape over there?
Nah, man.
It's like yeah. Durant.
If you keep it a buck, outside of just the fact that it's just disappointing that with the arsenal that they got, they didn't make it.
The shit that he put together.
You got to keep it a buck as well. That though you really jumped in the driver's seat of damn near the organization.
Okay.
So it's like as much as it falls on Belichick for losing, it falls on Kraft the same way. So to the bigger people who's looking at it, looking at it like the Dolphins, whoever's in a fucking office, y'all buzzard because y'all get these niggas and y'all don't know what the fuck to do with them. So to look at the Lakers and see that it's like, it seems like LeBron jumped in the driver's seat on some Dolphins shit, got a bunch of niggas, and then, granted, like you said, things fell apart. Yeah. Versus they just didn't do it from the beginning to the end. Things, was kind of offset in a way. And trying to figure out why. Why is it this way? What is going on? What's going on with this specific person that's underperforming? You get what I'm saying? That ain't nothing that you can really solve right then and whatever the case is. You feel me? That's somebody's personal shit. For whatever reason why he buzzed.
So yeah.
You feel me? But now I just look bad on you. Because you employed this person.
Okay.
You asked for this person. You demanded this person.
I get what you're saying. As in a position of leadership, you get the blame type
even
shit.
Causing, some type of ripple between, who can be hired or whatever, or we can't get him because we have to get this, this nigga type. Like, you really played chess.
That's what I'm saying.
Lost.
Yeah, so
now it's on you, unfortunately. Now, outside of you as the player, yeah, you did your part. But now you as I was all in the office and I'm doing my thug dizzle. I was playing puppeteer. Yeah, your strings are popped, kid. That's buzzing for you this season. They didn't come out how it should have. Or how people expected. Okay.
So what's the it's just the grief in him not succeeding next season that people talking about, or is it like it's
the shit of,
is that making him a questionable athlete now? Some shit. Or what's
if you look at it from a fan standpoint of the sport, you don't give a fuck about too much of
the ins and outs,
the politics.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, y'all look at the nigga stats and any given Sunday, I'm putting my money on this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Put me up against anybody, I'm gonna pick this nigga. I'm picking Durant, but I'm gonna pick this nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the politics of it, it's like, yo, kid, the way that you move, and then when you make a comment like that, it's like, yo, you have a superstar, you know what I'm saying, that you're playing with, and things ain't working out how you think it's gonna work out. Now you screaming you want to play with another superstar.
Is it a problem?
It even sound like the same way that everybody cracked a joke about it. It's like, bruh, niggas be knowing how you be.
Is it a problem because he told the truth?
Because
98% of everybody in that goddamn league would want to play with Steph Curry.
Facts.
So is it a problem because he said it? Because it's not necessarily saying that that's what he finna trade for, and that's what he finna try to go.
It's just in the sense of the relation between if niggas gonna quote unquote keep it a buck, it's like, yo, y'all got the nigga Westbrook. He get there. Y'all supposed to not gonna say superstar it up like D Wade and LeBron type shit, but it
should have been some definitely should have been some shit.
And then when that don't work, it's knowing that the real issue outside of AD's injuries, he still does what AD do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He may not have been as explosive, but he still does what AD does. Yeah, LeBron does what LeBron does. Mm-hmm. Westbrook wasn't doing what Westbrook do, and now it's like shading. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, fool. I thought it would have worked out, but I'd rather go with Steph Curry. Yeah, the one that always beat him. Yeah, I'd rather play with him.
I mean, I don't know.
That always best him. Yeah,
I don't know because I really didn't hear the video and I ain't hear the recording, so I don't know exactly what the nigga said. But I mean, because my whole thing is for 82 games now, for 70 something games now, motherfuckers been cracking, motherfucking Russell Westbrook head top about how bad he doing. But soon as the Lakers just don't make it like a nigga probably figure, it's right back on LeBron. But y'all just was pointing out the problem for 80-something games.
But how did the problem come to be? You brought this nigga here, man. That's like us having a whole thing going on, and then I bring somebody in, and shit is going good, whatever, and it's like, okay, it's because he's buzzing. He's doing something buzzing. He's doing something buzzing.
You brought that nigga here.
Now when everything's said and done and everything blows up, you mad as shit at me. You don't even give a fuck about him.
Okay, I got you.
Because I brought him here.
I feel you.
I had Rondo. Okay, we won a shit.
Now let's just say that. You're right. Now let's just say I get it. But what's the point? It's
this conversation.
It's just...
I had that one in the chamber for the get-go because I know he was like, okay, so why you snap?
So since we talking about another conversation that been popping up. So you heard about what Shannon Tatum said about Russell Wilson and Future and shit? He saw the shit. So since he saw it, for people that didn't see it, go check it out. Would you want, as a father, would you want your daughter to end up with a Russell Wilson or a Future? First of all, do you agree with what Shannon Tatum said? Fuck it. As far as Russell Wilson being in the square, and if he ain't had that amount of money, Sierra wouldn't fuck with him. Yeah. I said, whatever the nigga is. Crowder. Fuck. I was saying Crowder. And this nigga been nodding his head the whole fucking time. Damn. You go, fuck that, I'm leaving it in there. Fuck that, sorry. I mean, Shannon Crowder.
Hey, Shannon Tatum. You
apologize. My bad. Stop beating on the heat like that, but my fault.
You trying Magic Mike, bro?
You feel me? These facts. But what do you think about that part? About him? About you think that he was right about what he said?
You said stop beating on the heat?
Yeah, man.
Channing Tatum's an actor.
I don't know what the fuck I got going on.
Channing Tatum's an actor.
Damn, I went all the way. I'm thinking about fucking Jason. God damn. I gotta stop this fucking weed. I gotta stop this weed, boy. Damn.
That's wild.
Anyway, man, back to the subject at hand. Shannon Crowder says that Russell Wilson's a square, and the only reason that Sierra is with him is because of the amount of money that he got. Cause she basically said like you wouldn't leave Future for a square like that. So it's like basically for the bread.
Y'all gonna hate me. First off, boy, you sound like you want to be with Future over being with Russell Wilson. Yes. Why are you even able to try to see that? That nigga sound like a baller alert comment section just now. Why do you even think you can see that from a female's perspective of what type of nigga she want to be with, my nigga? Like, did you say nah? Because, I was sitting there and I remember that night Future took me here and that nigga Russell would have never took me here. So, like, I can't even compare the two niggas. Like, come on, fool. They two different guys. Just like you different from them niggas.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm sorry to address you directly, my brother, but You out of I ain't even one of these you out of bounds, out of pocket ass niggas, but you just can't do that, bro. That's like you trying to really see it from her perspective and saying, no, I shouldn't have been with this nigga. I should be with that nigga.
Yeah, he was definitely out of line. It ain't like Sierra got like a type or some shit. Like it's like, oh yeah, you definitely want to be fucking with Russell Wilson because you only like these type of niggas. Like
even outside
far as we know, she done been with Bow Wow, 50, Future, and Russell. Far as we know, so that's far as we know.
I ain't talking about public information.
I ain't talking about no allegedly shit. You feel me? I'm talking about shit that's known. So
from whatever the fuck her body count is, or
I ain't talking about her body count. I'm saying but for what he said. As far as
her like saying
where you pull that from, where you pull that.
How you could come off and say, yo, she that. Well, granted, his perspective on what he feels about Russell Wilson, that's how you feel. You think he's square, you think he's square. But to sit there and say that she shouldn't have left or like whatever is like, yo, that's kind of weird. Not to say nothing against Future, my nigga. You is who you is. Just like Russ, you is who you is. You feel me? But she decided what type of nigga she want to be with. That's not even a conversation for you to even have like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Fact.
So now you hate, and what make it even worse is, bro, you ain't even hating on a nigga girlfriend, fool. You hating on a nigga wife, kid.
Up, back to the wife shit. Stop playing with people's wives, man.
They get a little more personal when you like, come on, bro.
Stop
like,
talking about people's wives and talking about why they wives with them.
You mad cause you ain't with my bitch? Like, stop playing crazy. And plus, number 2. Yo, this nigga don't care if he get diabetes and have to lose a leg. He's gonna eat what he wants.
Fuck his judgment. Fuck his way he registered
I
shit.
I can't say that because one day he might say something profound. You know what I'm saying? But on this,
that ain't what he there for. All due respect, but
that's just like shorty, do what you do.
Yeah,
all y'all out there do what you do.
I feel like he was bugging. Like you said, as far as the square shit, that's you, bro. I can't argue you. Well, how would you?
Would I want my daughter to be with a Future?
I asked that because I asked that because I believe he do have a daughter or 2 daughters. So for you to say some shit like that, it's like, nigga, what would you? And I thought like, what would you? So I'm gonna ask you since I can't ask him. You feel me? What would you rather your daughter end up with a nigga like Future or somebody like Russell Wilson? I said that name right that time. I ain't fucked that one up.
Now check me out, right? Check me out right here, y'all. Diddy voice, right?
Take that.
When you ask me that question, unfortunately, it get filtered in my head as, am I gonna love her any less? No matter which nigga she with?
That ain't what I asked you though.
I'm sorry.
Now that you say that, and I understand it.
In both perspectives,
since it's just conversation.
In both perspectives, taking the type, not the person. Taking the types, not the people.
That's why I said somebody. I said somebody like
the future like nigga. Persona nigga. Might be a nigga who's, vibe, whatever. Never put his hands on a woman. The Russell Wilson ass nigga might be out here disrespecting your daughter.
On the low.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Never know.
I get what you're saying.
So, my thing is, I gotta show love to whatever nigga respect my daughter. Now, granted, when I talk to my daughter, the conversation about the Russ nigga may be more on the positive side because I don't know his skeletons. It's just not on his sleeve.
Right. But the
Future nigga might have some shit going on where I tell her, hey, baby girl, I know you love him, but hey, I need you to be strong out here. Why? Because if that nigga get patched, I need you to be able to hold it down. You still got a life to live out here. Don't sit there talking about you on some vendetta. You out here about to, you know what I mean? I need you to keep your head strong. You keep and be right with the lifestyle that you live in. It's just gonna be different conversations. It's gonna be joint conversations because she's on top with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did. But as far as who I would prefer, Nigga, I'm dealing with that with my little sister right now, so I got time for my daughter. I'm out here like, let me see what type of niggas you really be peeping. You feel me?
Let me see. Let me judge your judgment.
Let me see if these niggas solid. That's all it really is. Hey. Fool. Show me you could be a man, bro.
What you think about Jada Pinkett saying she wish Will ain't slapped Chris Rock? You think that disrespectful? Like she tried that nigga?
Honestly, bro, I think she trying to cover herself.
Niggas wish for water in hell.
What you think?
Niggas in hell wish for water.
What you think?
Already done.
You think he said he think she trying to save face. What you think about her saying that?
I don't think she have face. She don't no disrespect.
That statement, no disrespect, usually come right before disrespect.
I know she disrespectful shit like that. I was real, bro. I would have been told her. I would have been through my ass.
Nah, she don't mind getting a divorce. He don't believe in divorce. So that's why he ain't. That's why it's like, oh, she just trying that nigga and he just take. Yeah, he rather just deal with that shit type shit. So yeah, back to you. You ain't get up out of there that quick.
That's on him, bro. You gotta realize.
I ain't letting you get up out of there.
She might just keep doing that shit until he divorce her.
Facts. See, because I mean, when it's not in you, it's not in you type of shit.
Like, bro, if I get those sense that she want to leave, bro.
It's like I can't take.
Will Smith, bro. Bro, you almost hold the fuck, bro.
I mean, for far as public's perception, he do be fucking on shit, and you know they got the quote unquote open marriage shit allegedly. So I don't fucking know, but I know one thing: if I was a married man, just speaking on what I would want, I know I would want my wife to have my motherfucking back. Especially when what I did was to defend her. Just how you saying like everybody say, oh, she's doing it to save face, or she's doing it to take the attention. I don't need you to save face or take the attention off of me. I just went and slapped the nigga because the attention was on you. You just went and turned around and put the attention back on you, and at expense of me. So now you down talking me. The first statement you come out and make, you speaking against me. I'm supposed to be the nigga. I'm the nigga you come to the crib with. I'm the nigga. I just want to slap somebody's ass down because I felt like they was trying you. I wanted to defend you, and the first thing you say is, "I wish he hadn't done that." You could have told me that, but to say that shit to a public platform or some shit is a whole different story. Niggas in
hell wish for water.
What you keep saying that for?
Because you keep wishing. It's already done. You said that shit. Now we gotta do it this stuff.
So what you said?
So yeah. Now you speaking on something in the past tense, and now you created something in the present. Now I got to deal with the fact that you said this shit.
Mm-hmm. It's like that's another, like he can't win with her. And he can't.
You see how your wish just backfired on us?
That nigga can't win with her, dog.
That's not the question, bro. The question is, what would you do if you was in Chris Rock's shoes? If you got slapped like that?
I'll sit back and watch it burn.
I think I'm gonna be honest. As even how I think now. And I'm gonna use my common sense brain and try to just think if I was actually in that position and not try to think like Chris Rock. But I don't think I would have hit Will back, at least not on stage.
Yeah, I would.
Like if we'd have ended up fighting, it would have been backstage. Or if not that, had I not got to him, I just would have played it out like Chris Rock. Like I wouldn't have pressed charges. I wouldn't have ran to no Twitter and said no extra shit. I just would have played it out like Chris Rock. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't finna act like, oh, I'm gonna boot this nigga in the back on stage. I don't know. I'm just trying to think in my mind right now. Me thinking as a person that probably got millions and millions.
Listen,
shit like that.
Is, dog. When you get slapped, in the event that you ever got slapped by your old boy,
ultimate disrespect,
uncle, whatever. You did some shit. You got to the schoolhouse. The teacher done said, "Oh yeah, he was in class talking smack or whatever." The old boy just slapped you. Bah! Instantly in your head, outside of throwing hands back, you in shock. Yeah. A punch gonna wake your ass the fuck up. A slap have you like, oh, did that shit really just happened?
That shit sting. That shit got
at least 2-3 seconds, unless you actually a reflexive reflex.
driven person type.
Yeah, you feel
Your
me?
shit's just that quick.
You feel me? Like you just, or if you know, a nigga that fucking bob and weave. Like I see a nigga swing at me, I move. I ain't no jit. I ain't gotta stand here.
I ain't gotta eat this shit.
You feel me? You not my dime that you just caught me off guard type shit. You was in the middle of a conversation, you bah. But even when your girl slap you in the event that she ever put her hands on you, you not instantly finna lay her ass out. You going, oh shit, what's up with you? Now if she slap you and instantly walk the fuck away because it's your dime, you finna walk after her. But in that situation, you so in shock that everybody's in shock, so nobody know what the fuck going on.
And you got at least 20 cameras in front of you.
And it's like, hold up.
You got projector. You know you were just reading some shit. Like
I ain't worried about this shit right now. I got my niggas in the back. So as soon as I get backstage, everybody's gonna be around me. Y'all boys, just wait, cause Fu finna come back here.
Facts. He gotta win this award. He gotta come back here.
As soon as he come back here, I'm gonna lay his ass out.
Waiting right here.
You feel me?
That type of shit.
But nobody would know it'll be backstage.
Mm-hmm.
But in this situation, because that's all the way back then. You get what I'm saying? And like he said, there's only 2 coins to that shit, bro. In that situation, there's only 2 coins. It's either you gonna let that nigga walk away or you gonna make an ass out of yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
And now y'all both going to jail instantly because it's not a question of who want to press charge.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Now it's solely on the academy now.
And then, not to sit there and say them boys really took all that shit into account, but y'all boys in L.A. Y'all boys ain't trying to go to jail in L.A. right now.
Yeah.
Y'all not trying to let these strikers get a chance to put their hands on you. 2 black celebrity men losing their mind at the Oscars. Police officers and SWAT units had to respond. Alleged gunfire that somebody had a pistol. So, you know, some crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't need all that. And plus, they grown. So, first thing I'm going to need to do is see you face to face.
Off the rip.
I'm not a shit. They got to prove my shit right there.
We in the same place. I'm a grown man like you. I know you got to come back here because I know who winning the awards.
You got to come back here. When I'm done doing what I got to do or whatever, even if I beeline to your table afterwards, like I go backstage and I come around and niggas see me walking to your table. Yo, bro, let me holler at you. I'm not going to make an ass right here, kid, but come on, let me holler at you. Bathroom, whatever. But I'm not going to do it right here.
That's you considering that you going to make it to his table, bro. Just like the same reason why Will made it to Chris Rock on stage, people asking, but it's because nobody on this earth expected Will to slap Chris Rock. That's the only reason if Will was a rapper, security would have made sure that shit didn't even happen.
Got that close.
So had that shit happened and Chris Rock would even walk backstage or even after he finished the speech, walk straight off the stage, security would have been like, now you look like you was about to start some shit. You probably was going there to say, yo, let me holler at you real quick, man to man.
Right.
But now, since security done jumped in the middle, now Will probably done jumped in like, what? Now you look like you done initiated it again. You like, I just can't talk to you again as a grown man. So
he handled shit accordingly. Clearly things is out of control right now.
My whole thing is, I'm not even questioning they shit no more. I'm questioning, yo, you my wife, shut the fuck up. Either shut the fuck up or have my back. I did this shit in the name of you. Even if you ain't agree with this shit, like I said.
I ain't even have to open my mouth to answer the question. Everything that he said from that end, and he not even a married man. He understands.
I understand that
with
shit.
No disrespect. Understand. Remember, I said no disrespect, and I shut my mouth, and then he said everything. Now I say it again. No disrespect. That's the close quotations. That's what I said. That what he said is what I said. You feel me? So that's crazy how telepathically I was like, nah, I don't want to be the one to say it.
You better say that shit.
I can keep it a buck because I had that conversation with my missus, and I'm like, I'm keeping it real. I stood up for you, yo. Let me handle this. Let me take the fire. I'm already in it. Why are you saying it as if you're not here? I already took you out of it.
And Jada Pinkett, since she's not only jumping in the fire, she's jumping in the fire with a can of gasoline. Because not only is you trying to so-called save face or trying to jump in the fire with me, but you just added on to it. So you just made the flame harder or bigger. So you just jumped in that shit with either some wood or some gasoline or some fucking whatever is flammable. You jumped in there right on top of me. I'm trying to cover you, babe. No, you making it worse. What the fucking fire blanket at?
I'm telling you, you throwing me one of them lifesaver circle shits. You throwing propane tanks.
Like I said, this is what happens. This is what happens when you marry for business and not for love, man. This is what happens when you marry because it makes sense and not because y'all love each other type shit. All due respect.
I don't know though. We don't know those people's lives. We don't know what's going on at the crib. We don't know what the hell they got going on.
Yeah, exactly. See,
So,
we don't know what they got going on at the crib, but we know what they got going on at the crib. You know why? Because motherfuckers have a red table talk at their crib and talk about what's going on at their crib. Some of the shit, not all of it. Or she go on a fucking talk show and talk about how whatever they got going on in their sex life.
Man, that's their business.
It's not their business. It's their business, but it's not. It was their business before she said it on a public platform. Out of there. Gone. Bye-bye.
Will Smith could have so much homes, bro. Like, motherfucking, you heard the Tina Trump, that porn star?
Yeah.
Bro, the whole texting on Twitter, she was like, if Will ever want to cheat on Jada, she here, bro.
I believe it, too. She bought that type of shit. I believe it, too. I believe it. So, I got a question. What you think the best DJ drama gangsta grill? Chopper Dollar dedication to the whole mixtape. Young Jeezy Chopper Dollar, Lil Wayne dedication.
That's hard, bro. That's a hard question. I don't know, bro. That's hard, bro.
It's a hard one. I already know what this nigga say. Me and him say the same shit. Dedication to is definitely, or dedication, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, respectfully, and they gonna sit there and say, man, you tripping because Trapper Dot's still bumping every strip club across the nation. You feel me? If you're in the hood, you're gonna hear some Jeezy. You're not gonna hear.
You gonna hear some triple dedication, granted, but Wayne was never that nigga to be through all the club unless it was like a single, or he was on the hook, or he was on a DJ Khaled song. None of his shit on dedication, nigga. All that shit wasn't going on the radio. I mean, on the clubs, unless the DJ was just transitioning type shit.
Mm-hmm. The dedication made drama.
So I say Wayne, he say Wayne. They don't know behind the camera. He say it's a hard one. So you feel me?
I gotta think about that one.
Well, I think that's all I got, man. You got something else you want to throw out there? You want some shit you want to just talk about or nah?
Let's talk about these gas prices.
Nah, that shit deadly.
Hey, all right. So let me ask you a question, right?
All right.
What's your take on, like shorties in their body counts? Like, would you marry a chick with a quote unquote high body count?
What you call high?
I don't know. It's by your standards, not mine.
All right. But
Your standards are high.
You asked me, but okay. When I marry a chick whose body count is high, then I gotta think about what I consider high. Okay.
You gotta consider what type of chick you'll marry, and then consider high.
I mean, I know the type of chick I marry, but anybody could end up with a high body count. It depends on their past, like we thinking about now anyway. She could have been a wild child.
You dig?
She could have, and it all depends on how old my wife is that I'm marrying. Because if she in her 30s, I expect her body count to be higher than if she was in her 20s.
Respect.
If she in her 40s, same shit.
Facts. Okay.
So I would say if I'm in my 30s now, I'm 30. At right now, a high body count would be.
How you cover it up?
I'm trying to think. At 30, I think a high body count would be about 8. So and 10 is where I draw the line at. So anything past 10, and granted that she tells the truth, then yeah, I don't think. And it all depends on proximity.
Who's your favorite porn star?
My favorite porn star? What type of fucking? How you go from that to question.
That? Who's your favorite porn star?
What the fuck? How you? What the?
I was just asking. Who's your favorite porn star?
I got two different ones for two different reasons.
It's your business. Who are they?
I'm finna build my porn star. I need a porn star with Tiana.
No.
Nah. You said okay.
All right,
fuck that.
Listen, I say marry, so you can have a Polly, you can have a Money. You feel me? You can have Da Vinci.
I can have two of them.
You can have two of them.
So I ain't gotta build one.
You ain't gotta build one. You can have both.
All right, I want Tiana Trump head game. So I want Tiana for that. And I need Sarah Banks.
Sarah Banks?
Yeah.
Skinny, no.
I like Sarah Banks. Fuck that. Sarah Banks, right? The thick ones don't be doing what the thick ones don't be. You feel me? They just be getting hammered.
All right. All right. So you say you marry both of them?
I gotta take both of them because I get Tiana Trump. You feel? Both of them for the same thing, but I need both of them. Fuck it. Both of them for the same thing, but I need both of them. Fuck it. Wow, shit.
You know their body counts over 10, right?
Yeah, but you asked me what's my favorite. We ain't asked me. You asked me who my favorite porn star. You ain't asked me who I would. You just threw that. Oh, marry.
But we get to marry the both of them.
No, we talk about both of them. See, nah, but I thought you was talking about strictly favorite. I ain't even know you. I'm thinking you changed the question. I'm thinking you changed the whole subject. You still on the same shit.
Okay,
I'm not marrying no porn star, so you can't even put this into
both
perspective.
Both of them say they ready to end that shit. They through with it, and they
no, I'm not. No, hell no. No, I'm thinking you talking about like type and why I want that. He tried to speak. And no, I'm not married respectfully. No, I'm not marrying no porn star. But no.
Damn,
I'm thinking you asking me like why. I'm thinking it's a whole different question. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? How you got here? Hell nah, nigga.
They need love too.
They need love. I agree with them.
No, they need love.
I agree with them. I agree with them. Make them feel like I love them.
Damn, that's harsh, bro.
Tiana Trump don't want no love. She want a best friend she could give head to. Nah, man. That's all we got for today, man. What you got, man? You got some protocol for the people, man? Let's see if you. You done started finding some quotes now. You tired of me asking you on the spot?
Your obsession with finding happiness is what prevents its attainment.
So stop looking for it, let it come to you.
Stop looking for it, let it come to you. You are happy. You are happy.
You
are happy.
Not you want to be.
Not you want to be happy.
Okay.
You are happy.
I respect that one. So with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Joint Conversation, episode 27. You feel me? And remember, do what you say you're going to do. Be who you say you're going to be. Chase dreams, not bitches, unless bitches is in your dreams. And remember,
it's just
Joint Conversation. Anytime I roll up, you be with the shits. Why I can't just chill without the other shit? You be all up in my phone when I put it down. I was about to get a 7, now I need an ounce. When I leave, you call my phone. When you coming back, wanna know my location like a Uber app. Wanna get high with my niggas while we talk paper. Roll it in the guava leaf for the raw paper. Eyes low, bloodshot red.